Okay. Let's go. Let's do the thing. What do we got here on this Saturday morning? It's 37. It's not too bad. It's not, when you have a week where the highs are in the mid 20s and it gets to 37, it feels nice and warm and toasty. Or is that my heater over here? It might be the heater. I don't know. So, everybody ready for tonight? Everybody must be ready. How we doing, Mike? You're stepping into the madness. You can dig it. I like it, Mike. Yeah, man. This should be it's gonna go one way or another. Is this the last time we play them this year? How many times have we played them? We gotta play them one more time, right? Let's see. So yeah, February 5th. February 5th. And then is that somebody pulling up here? What the heck is this? Somebody's pulling up. That must be the post office. Oh, yeah, the post office delivering stuff. So February 5th, I think, is the last time we play them. That's what it looks like. So this time and one more time. Colin Bob's in net. Samuel's a game time decision, but he did practice today. That's good news. Yeah, I would expect Vasilevsky tonight. Bex, how we doing? Patel, David, SoFlo, Matthew Kachuk is what? Oh, December Fools. Ah, ha, ha, ha. Ha, ha, SoFlo. Ha, ha. Who is this Mrs. Jaws person? Huh? Is that an impersonator? Dave says it'd be sweet to beat the Bolts and have the Finns knock the Bucks out of the playoffs. Is that what's on the line for Tampa? Jeez. I don't know. I don't know if they can do it or not. I don't know, David, in terms of the Dolphins. Zuma says, I just arrived to Tampa for vacation. Thought about bringing my jersey, but I was afraid I wouldn't be able to check in at the hotel. So many Bolts. Yeah, right? You may not make it through security. Jeez. So, what else do we have? Today, we've got the Rangers and Islanders at 6, Bruins, Sabres, Wild, Jets, Senators, Maple Leafs, Lightning, Panthers, Hurricanes, Wings, Capitals, Devils, Blackhawks, Stars, Preds, Blues, Ducks, Kings, Avalanche, Knights, Oilers, Flames, Sharks, Canucks. So there are 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13 games today and no matinee. No Saturday afternoon matinee to be the only hockey game that would be on TV. No, let's start 90% of the games within an hour of each other, so everybody has to choose. Good job, NHL. Good job. Nobody wanted to watch like a 2:00 Senators Maple Leafs game anyway. Everybody wants all the games to start at 7:00. Let's see here. Hey Dana. Yeah. In fact, Dana just got back from Pantherland and she's got a jersey for Leia. Let me see if hold on a second. Oh wow. Gotcha, Dana. I got your text. Let me send these pictures. Is it that one or this one? Well, when it gets here, we'll send. We'll put it on her. We'll put it on her. Thank you again, Dana. Hey, Derek, how you doing? Miami Sports says there's a possibility that we might have a PWHL women's team with the Panthers one day down the line. Huh. That would be pretty cool. If they can do it anywhere, South Florida, I'm sure that they would get a crowd for that. Bench Chucky, expecting him to be hung. I don't think Chucky's ready just yet. Hey, Craig. Yeah, I hope you had a good Christmas. We slept a lot, and I mean a lot. Christmas Day, we were in bed by 6:30, and yesterday I was in bed I was in my chair asleep by about 5:30, and then I was up again from about 8 till 11 and then back to sleep. I kind of feel like I might be caught up now. Danny, yeah, that's a great price. That's a ridiculously good price. Appreciate that. David says, my last day visiting family in Port St. Lucie, then back to Fort Lauderdale for a day, then back to the salt mine. Good stuff. So you're working in the salt mines, David. Send me some salt, man. I could use some sauna salt. The Pop-Tarts Bowl is on at 3:30. Why? I mean, have they really just gone to the point where they're naming things the Pop-Tarts Bowl? Like, is that before or after the Honey Nut Cheerios Bowl? Like, come on, man. Bex, yeah, we need to get the W tonight. We have not gotten any snow here. No, just a little bit of drizzle. Frank, how bad are we going to lose tonight? You tell us, Frank. You tell us. Dave says we have like a half foot of sunshine. The struggle is real. I bet. Hey, JCC, how you doing, bud? Tampa called up the Goon Squad again? Dana says it's going to be cold here on Wednesday, but that sucks because if it would have been Friday, it would have been perfect for the Winter Classic. It might still be a little bit too hot to wear the jersey. Pop-Tarts Bowl is one of the best bowl games in a while. I just saw Frank's score prediction. Come on now, we're going to get more than one goal, especially if Vasilevsky's playing. I'll believe that score if it's Johansson, but I don't know about that. David. So the Pop-Tarts Bowl, that's so, I mean, just it's been a long time since I played or paid attention to college football. So, which, yeah, we're supposed to do the Hurricanes and Ohio State Christmas Eve. So we're busy because of Christmas Eve, New Year's Eve. So we got hockey tonight. We got hockey tonight. We got football tomorrow. We got hockey Monday, hockey Tuesday, University of Miami bowl game on New Year's Eve. And I think that there's nothing on New Year's Day, right? Panthers, we played a second, right? So I don't think there's anything going on New Year's Day. So that'll be the next day to have off. Yeah, Friday, January 2nd is the Winter Classic. So Thursday the 1st. On Thursday the 1st, I'll probably go to the beach and go surfing because it'll be nice and warm, right? Oh, that's right. The World Juniors too, Derek. Yeah. Just wait until I hear about the Rate Bowl, the Military Bowl. I mean, how many different bowl games do they have now? Patel says, what's better, the Pop-Tarts Bowl or the Tony the Tiger Bowl? Is there really a Tony the Tiger Bowl? How come there's no Flying Fluffy Hockey Bowl? How come there's no flying? We got to have both channels. So just the Flying Fluffy Bowl. That's what we need. Tony the Tiger Sun Bowl, that is. Wow. When did all that happen? Like it used to just be the Orange Bowl and the Citrus Bowl and the Rose Bowl. You know how it used to be. What is it all now? It shows you I haven't been paying attention. Frank, I haven't seen the ice yet, other than to know that a few weeks ago it came out that it was too small. But you're probably used to that complaint, Frank. Oh, I got a headache, so I can say what I want. Hey, Bucks, you think the Panthers are going to win today? Is it going to be Vasilevsky in net? I would assume so, right? Craig, yeah, I kind of wish it was the juniors teams playing in the Olympics and not the NHL guys. That sounds like a good idea. I think we should make that happen. Silva, so I got sick last night. Through the sick haze, I had a clear dream telling me the Cats would get swept in the first round by the Habs, which pisses them off so much they got the President's Trophy and won the Cup in 27. Huh. Let me see. Would we make that trade, Silva? Would we make the trade? A first-round exit this year and a guaranteed cup next year. That's a tough one. I might make that trade, especially since it's to Montreal, right, Silva? Like if we're going to get eliminated and it's not to Tampa or Toronto, losing to Montreal with a guarantee of winning the cup next year, I might take that. David, what do you think? The Citrus Bowl was renamed the Camping World Bowl, the famous Idaho Potato Bowl. Idaho Potato. Oh, my gosh. Yeah, Dana's, you got the Winter Classic. Hopefully, and just sweat a little bit. It can't hurt to sweat a little bit, right? Can't be that too hot out there, right? Especially in the evening time. Here says Patero makes sense as there are way less orange trees in Florida these days. What'd they do to all the orange trees? I remember when we used to drive up to, when I was a kid, and we would drive up to Disney or anywhere up north, you would just pass all the orange groves for miles and miles. Hey, Great White. See you tonight, buddy. The Outback Bowl. I remember that one. SoFlo says you've had 2 3-peat dreams this year so far. Huh. Interesting. Is orange juice there really like $8 a gallon? I guess that makes about sense, right? Because it's about $4 for a half gallon here. Yeah, so that's about right. The Cheez-It Citrus Ball. Come on. Are you guys trolling me because I'm old and out of touch? Or is that real? The Cheez-It Citrus Bowl? My dad used to eat entire boxes of Cheez-Its at night. I mean that wholeheartedly. Like he would wake up at like somewhere between midnight and 2 a.m. when he was my age, and he would literally eat an entire box, the 16-ounce box of the Cheez-Its. My mom would be pissed. My mom would be so mad at him. Ronnie, you ate the whole box in one night. So she'd have to go back to the store. I was happy when he did it because when my dad would eat the whole box of Cheez-Its at night, that meant that I could have a huge bowl of Honey Nut Cheerios that morning and finish off my box. Because if my mom had to go back to the store, and she didn't have an excuse to not buy me another box of Honey Nut Cheerios because I'd get like one a week. But if my dad ate all the Cheez-Its, she would have to go to the store and buy him more Cheez-Its the next afternoon. I would finish off my Honey Nut Cheerios and be like, Mom, I'm out of Cheerios too. What, already? Yeah, I don't know. I must be having them for dessert. My bad. And so that's my dad and I think we were working in unison there. David says, I really think if no more injuries can make the finals again. Not super confident we win it, though. Sounds about right. Buck says, the Panthers are a better team. Can't beat the Panthers to save our life. We'll see. Craig says, nope, 3-peat carries more weight. I take the 3-peat and not win again. Ooh. Interesting. Okay. David says it's suburbs now. Jesus. Man. I'm hoping not too many fights. Yeah, Cheez-Its are awesome, man. They're addicting. Colin says, one thing I forgot to mention when I was in Dallas is that they showed Dak on the video board when he was congratulating Seguin, and everyone in the arena booed him. Oh, my God. It ain't Dak's fault. There's a Duke's Mayo Bowl, and the winning coach gets mayonnaise dunked on him after the victory. Oh, man. When I went to chef school, I watched how they made mayonnaise. Oh, it took me years to eat mayonnaise again. And I love mayonnaise. But when I watched how they made it in commercial batches, you're just like, that's it? It's like, yeah, that's it. But it looks and it tastes so good. That's what goes in there. Yeah, that's what goes in there. You would never look at the ingredients of mayonnaise separately and be like, you know what's a good idea? Let's mix that together and eat it. You would never do it. You would never do it. Duke's Mayo Bowl. Oh my gosh. Yeah, Hungry Campus calling up the goons again. How many fights today? Hopefully just maybe 2. Maybe just 2. David says, quarterback gets too much credit when the team wins and too much blame when the team loses. Dak had a good year, but the team sucked. I ended up picking up Dak as my quarterback off of waivers. Almost made the playoffs with him because Lamar sucked. Hungry says, mind if I email you a link to a playoff chart you just saw? Yeah, sure. You email it. Email it, Hungry. Let me know when it's emailed and I'll check it out. Hopefully no ejections today. Just mild, fourth liner fights. Dana says the bowl system is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard of in sports. Absolutely insane. It's gotten crazy from what it sounds like. How much does it cost? Hey, hold on a second. How much does it cost to sponsor a college football bowl game? It's not even that expensive as you would think. The lower tier bowls expect costs from anywhere between $375,000 to $1 million for the non-major bowls, often in early December. And then the major tiers can reach into the millions at like maybe 3 million. So like if we got, 375,000, right? So like how big would the channel have to get to have the Flying Fluffy Ball? Probably not there yet. But that could be a goal, right? You imagine the Flying Fluffy logo all over the TV, like that's the bowl game. And the rule is that every year the University of Miami has to play in it, regardless of how bad or good they are. Colin, yeah, no ejections, no fights. I want a civil game, but I know it's too much to ask. Oh, while you were in Savannah for business and saw the Ghost Pirates play. That's cool. Did my kids just come home? No, that's just Donna and they're warming up her pizza. Okay. Because Kyle and Matthias and Emiliano, my kids, are going to be here supposedly around 2, but since my ex is bringing them, that could mean anytime between 11 and 4. Japanese male glow in the dark. All right, Hungry. Let me see here. Over here? Yeah. I'm just waiting for it to come in. That is, which email is this? Is this the wrong? Oh, this is not even that email. You big dummy. Hold on a second. I got to get to the other email. Hold on. Hey, Vincent. Sam Miskevich is a game time decision. Gmail. Just bear with me. I'm trying to find this thing. I got to sign into my email so I can see this thing that Hungry sent. Let me see here. Let me see. Oh, this is on Twitter. Playoff odds heading out into the holiday break. Okay. All right, let me share this. This should be good. Let's see. Let me come back over here to the chat. There's an ECHL strike. I didn't even know. I did not even know that. Jason. Wow, yeah, I forgot that name too. That's wild. Okay, so this was shared with us by Hungry. These are the playoff odds heading out of the holiday break. So let's see. So they've got Tampa at 15%. Tampa, is that 95%? See, this is hard for me to see. And because it's all color coordinated. So they've got Tampa, I guess, at 15% to win the cup, and Colorado at 22%. Over here, am I reading that right? It's color. I'm colorblind, Hungry. I can't read this. Somebody what is this is so embarrassing. I'm colorblind. I can't read this stupid thing. I can't read this stupid thing. It's okay. I'm just laughing at myself. Hold on. I want to see what scientist says. Hey, Jaws, sadly, I won't be able to watch the game tonight. I'm in Orlando visiting Universal, so I'm out of the viewing area for Panthers Plus and the blackout region for Oh, geez. That sucks. Well, turn on our stream, scientist, and I'll make sure Kyle calls a good game. I'll make sure Kyle doesn't talk about fantasy football and all of that. It's okay, Hungry. Yeah. Yeah, hold on, Hungry. Let me send you I got my headphones here. Yeah, hold on a second. Let me send you an invite. Come back over here. Bear with us, ladies and gentlemen. I'm like looking at it. I'm like, I think this is what it means, but then my eyes just go cross-eyed. There you go, buddy. When you're in the studio, I'll oh, geez, that was fast. How did I get over here? Oh, because that's what I'm sharing. Okay. All right. Hungry is going to come on and read this chart for me. That's too funny, man. Whenever I'm on Twitter and I see the guys that make like the analytics charts and all of that, I always ask them, "Hey, can you let me know about this in English, because I'm colorblind and I can't tell what your pretty little chart means. Does this mean the guy is good? Does it mean he's bad? What does it mean?" That's funny. All right, we'll put that here. So we'll just wait for Hungry here. What other comments did I miss? David said, if Chucky's rehab progressing slower than anticipated, they should shut him down for the Olympics. I get wanting to rep the USA, but Stanley Cup is more important. Plus, he's young. He can play in the next Olympics. I like that idea, David. I like that idea. Whether or not, I mean, you heard Chucky when they told him the ice was too small. He's like, I don't care if it's safe. I'm going. So, okay, hold on a second.
Hey, what's up, everybody?
How are we doing, man?
I'm doing great.
Let me
How's your?
let me get on
Yeah, go ahead, go ahead.
and make this a little bit easier on everybody to see here. Okay, there.
Yeah, okay.
Oh,
So what we have here is a little bit of insanity, and it's very interesting. So in the East, we have Tampa at 15% to win the cup,
okay,
27% to make it to the finals, 44% to make it to the second round, 65% to win the first round, 95% to make the playoffs.
okay.
Now, you see where Florida is, right?
Yeah, that's yeah. What? But being that it's color coded, I can't tell what they're trying to
So
say.
whoever made this is giving us zero chance to win the cup, zero chance to make it to the finals, zero chance to make it past the second round, 20% chance to win one round, and 49% chance to make the playoffs,
Wow.
which is hilarious because somehow Buffalo has a 63% chance to make the playoffs
Look at that. Oh, come on.
and 33% chance to actually make it out of the first round.
Come on. It's got to be a Leaf fan.
I don't know what it is. I just found it hilarious, and I
That's
completely forgot they were colorblind. Sorry
no, no,
about
that's okay.
that.
I got it. What I get a kick out of when I see something like that and I try to read it and then and I'm like, wait a minute, I can't tell what this is. Oh yeah, I'm colorblind. Like I can see, like the difference in like here and here, but I can't take this stuff and match it up. By the time I get down
Yeah.
here, it don't work. The eyes
All
don't
right.
work.
Any other teams you want me to read?
Yeah, yeah. So okay, so they've got us, and then so they've got Buffalo ahead of us. Detroit. I mean,
Washington.
how did Devils all the way up here?
I, I don't know. I like okay. The Devils is one that you'll think okay they should be better than they are,
Right.
but they always manage to somehow not pull it off.
Yeah. I mean,
And
they're injury problems.
well, I mean, sometimes it's injury, sometimes it's goaltending, sometimes it's just oh we don't have an offense anymore.
Right.
It's always something, but it's always something different. It's not like Carolina, which is always the same thing, which is they're just soft.
Always the same thing. But
Yeah,
what's interesting about this is when you look at the West, that kind of looks right.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
more or
Colorado,
less.
Dallas, Vegas, Minnesota,
I mean,
Edmonton.
I think Utah had a 60% chance to make the playoffs is a bit high.
Well, they've been. Let me see. Um, they've been hanging around. I mean, yeah, it is kind of maybe a little bit high, but I think the reason why they've got that way is the teams that are below them. So, like, because the Wild are in that last wild card spot, tied with the Kings, and then below them it's Sharks, Kraken, Flames, and then Preds, Blues, Jets, Blackhawks. Like
How many how many
they're
points do the Sharks have right now?
the Sharks have 37 points.
Oh, I thought they were doing better.
Yeah, they were, but then they've lost. They're 4-6. They've lost. Their goal differentials now back to -20. So I don't. I think the
Jesus.
Sharks. So I think the Utah thing is just by process of elimination because
Yeah, I think you might be right.
you know it's so different in the West where the top eight versus the bottom eight, where of course
Well, if you look at the graphs, right, just look at the difference between East and West, where there's a massive jump between Winnipeg and Nashville, right?
right, right,
And
right.
if you go out east,
Yeah,
you don't get numbers this low until Columbus, which is the
until
last.
Columbus.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that makes sense.
I also find it very interesting that Boston's at a 22%. And I
Well,
know
but
they're prone to collapsing,
right.
but they're not that bad.
No, well, they're still in a spot right now, right?
They're in the playoff spot right now. Yeah.
Well, technically,
Oh, wait, no, they're not.
no.
We
But I
jumped
mean,
them. Yeah.
ask me again tomorrow, and they might be. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
exactly.
It's
That's the
like
thing in the East.
the East is so just ridiculous right now that I mean, there's only 10 points between the Wings and the Leafs being first, last place, and at this point in the season, 10 points
Yeah,
is still recoverable. You know?
and Leafs fans are ready to jump off a bridge as it is.
Yeah. Well, kind of like Rangers fans were last year. You know, they panicked. They panicked last year and started selling off pieces.
I got a question for you.
Yeah.
Since you brought up the Rangers fans, who do you feel worse for? Last year's Ranger fans or this year's Leafs fans?
I think this year's Leafs fans. And the reason why I say that is because I think everything I saw about the Rangers from their media was like, maybe they can make the playoffs. Maybe. You know what I mean? Okay. But Leafs fans got told that, we're fine without Marner. Michelle's
okay, but that's the media, though. That's not the fans. Take the media out. Like, okay, let's just say Dangle doesn't exist. TNT doesn't suck the Rangers off every five minutes. You know, none of that, is there. It's just the fans. Who do you feel worse for?
I mean that maybe the Rangers. The Rangers got closer, right?
Yeah, they're like 2 or 3 points away.
Well, I mean, I'm going back to when they were up on us 2-1 in the Eastern Conference Finals.
Oh, that too, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, the fall was greater.
Yeah, they got closer. It's tough though, man. You know, a lot of times teams they get good, but they only get good to a certain level. That's why winning the cup is such a big deal, because you can have a really good team for a decade and not win. You know, I mean, I always use the example of the Islanders, and you know their more recent history, and I don't want to look at it there.
Let me see if I can find another post, because I thought this was very interesting, and I could put it here in the chat and show it to you.
Yeah.
I retweeted it, so it should be somewhere in my timeline.
Okay. Yeah, okay. I mean the Isles from 14-15 to 23-24.
I put it here in the private chat. Okay, that's my comment, but I mean you can see the thread through it.
Hold on a second. I'm not seeing it over here. Let me go to chat. Here we go. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Let me see. So you want me to play this?
Yeah. It's actually better if you play it. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Hold on. Let me pause this and get it. You know how it auto plays.
Yeah, and I know how it is. Don't worry about it.
Okay. So we'll share this tab again, and then we'll let that roll.
That the Maple Leafs' 5 highest paid forwards on their 0-3 road trip had these following stats: Austin Matthews, -7, 0 points. William Nylander, -7, 0 points. Matthew Nyes, -5, 0 points. John Tavares, -5, 1 goal.
You know, I think everyone wants to crap on the coach and the Stars.
That's Jackie Ratman, by the way.
More heat than he's ever taken. Like, Matthews was trending yesterday on Twitter because people were so upset about his lack of production and all this stuff. And I just look around and I'm like, does this market really think this all boils down to one problem? Like, anybody that's been watching this for the entirety of the Matthews era, so a decade, this is very clearly a series over multiple years of bad decisions, or in the first 5 years, complete indecision. I just can't believe that people are actually saying, get rid of Matthews. And like, are you on drugs? Get rid of Like, let me tell you something. Matthews has not been perfect, okay? He's dealing, obviously, as we all know, with some sort of long-term chronic injury. He's not the same player. On that, we can all agree. And do I wish that we saw a little bit more fire from him in the media sometimes? Of course. But anyone that thinks that this guy doesn't care or is like, oh, he's too cool for school. I'm seeing a lot of that. Like, that is not the case. You do not become Austin Matthews by not giving a shit. You become Austin Matthews by actually caring deeply about the sport that you play and wanting to be really good at it. Leafs fans, clearly, and the market in general, frustrated, tired of the same bullshit, over it, don't want to see it anymore, have run out of answers, all of these emotions that fans are showing. That, and in a lot of cases, you read stuff and you look at things, the conversations on Reddit and on X and all this, and you're going, oh my God, people are losing their minds. Like, they're so over it. The fan base is tired. Fans aren't coming anymore. And you're upset. You don't think Matthews is tired? You don't think Matthews is frustrated? You don't think he's experiencing a little mental fatigue? We're watching it. This guy's living it. This guy's in a nightmare right now. This is a worst case scenario for him. Marner leaves and the team sucks.
Oh. You know, she had me for the first minute.
She had you in the first half.
Yeah, in the first half, it sounded like, all right, but come on, man. Come on.
Okay, so I got a few points, right, where Matthews definitely gave up on the team. He does not give a shit anymore. Like, you could tell he doesn't want Berube there. He is not even trying, and neither is Nylander, for that matter. They just don't care anymore. They're over.
Yeah, you know, there was a scene I put out from earlier in one of the noon streams. You know, put out a clip, and basically I was like, I kind of felt like the team knew that they had peaked. Like, if you're Matthews and you're up 2-0 on the Panthers and you're up 3-1 in game 3. You were just, because if it goes up 3-0, it's over. Like, there's a 90% chance they beat us if they get up 3-0 at that point.
No. Yeah.
You know,
I was feeling it during that game. I was in the chat during that game, and I was just like, oh fuck, that's it.
Yeah, I was lifting, and before I picked up when they made it 3-1, I ain't even gonna lie, a little tear welled up in my eye. And I pointed over to the championship sign. I said, "Well, at least they can't take that away."
Exactly.
Because we looked toast. I mean, we looked like we were
had that first period.
The gas was done.
Yeah.
And so I think that blowing that and all of the hard work that they did to win the division, and at the end of the season when we still could have maybe caught them, we were like, we don't need it. And they did all that work to get that home ice game 7 for that exact reason.
For that and then we
smoked them. You know?
Well, but it's not only that, right? Like, obviously it's very demoralizing for them.
Right.
It's bad, you know, for fan bases they're getting kicked in the nuts repeatedly. However, she brings up something that is very interesting, and she doesn't realize that she's bringing it up. It was like, oh, you know, when she says, oh, well, you know, if you look at Twitter, all these people saying this and that, like, buddy, you're sitting here on TV and you're saying this shit. You're the narrative.
Right. Yeah.
You know, and they will never acknowledge it. But they're the ones that are creating the problem.
Especially for Toronto fans. It's like, exactly. I mean, and it goes on. I mean, when I started the channel, I just thought I was just making videos, you know what I mean? And like the first few weeks of a lot of the comments that I got was like, hey man, thanks for saying this, because we were all thinking it. And so like early on I caught on, I was like, oh, okay, it matters what I say here. It matters. And for somebody like Dangle, obviously, you know, for me, if 3 people repeat what I say, okay. But for him, it could be 3,000. You know what I mean?
If not more.
Yeah, if not more. And it does matter to an extent, which is why Ekblad blocked me.
I can't believe that.
You know?
Happened. It's still way too funny.
You know, I mean, like, it's like, I don't need to know why, Aaron. I just need to know which reason was it. I gave you plenty. Just which
of the insults specifically? Where in the doll did Jazz hurt you?
I mean, I get it. It's probably the eggplant thing, you know. But that all happened naturally. You know, I mean, it wasn't meant to be an insult. Stu and I were texting back and forth, and every time we would say Ekblad this, Ekblad that, Talk the Texture said eggplant. and like, okay,
Well, that's
okay.
kind of the best chirps,
Right.
You know, I know you haven't seen Face Off yet, which again, highly recommend if you have Amazon Prime. 6 episodes, you get a kick out of it. It's really good. But they interview Chucky and Marchie together,
Right.
and they start talking about the rabbit punch, and they're like, "Oh well, you know, it sucked, blah blah blah," right? And then Chucky's like, "Oh, you know," and remember when I told you, it's like, "Man, I've never seen a captain quit on his team." And Marchie's like, "Yeah, that was the first time on the ice I've ever been rattled by something someone said."
Wow.
Yeah, and then they just laugh about it. And it's like, oh, and the producer asks, it's like, oh, are you gonna apologize? It's like, no, you never apologize.
Yeah, you never apologize.
Yeah, and they laugh about it now. But you know what?
Sure.
How nasty you have to be to rattle fucking Brad Marchand.
Yeah, I can't imagine. But hey, you know, that's why they call us rats. So Bucks are saying Vasi's in net tonight. So
Yep.
All right. So then I feel I oddly am more confident against Vasilevsky than I am against Johansson.
I mean, we've dropped 9 on him a couple times already.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. The hard part's going to be everybody's rested, you know.
True.
And so everybody's going to have their full complement of energy, and it could get ornery. I hope not, man.
Wait, how's Hagel doing? Is Hagel going to play? I mean, I doubt it. But
I think he's out a little while.
You know, if he's on the ice, something's going to go down because, well, Hagel.
Yeah, I mean, at some point, like, how can I say? I don't want to throw my own team under the bus, but it's like at some point, like, okay, we got revenge.
You know what it is, or the way I see it is, you know how you have like the big bully on the playground,
right?
And like he's going to bully everyone, but he's always going to bully someone more,
right?
And that's Hagel. That Hagel's the kid that's getting picked on the most. Why? Obviously, because he went with the Bar Cup, because he's kind of been a bitch on the ice. I'll be honest with you, and that's what's happening, and that's hockey. I mean, shit, in the 90s, they wouldn't even call that shit a penalty.
No, I know. It's the same with football. The stuff that we watch now that they all go crazy over. It's like, what, man? That's the game. That, like I said in other videos, like that's the sport. Exactly. People want it officiated to the letter on every single. It's like if they did that, nobody would watch.
Yeah. Plus, with the whole replay thing, it's become its own thing, where you're not analyzing like seconds or minutes of a game. You're analyzing nanoseconds. And reality just doesn't work that way. You cannot react that fast to actually change a hit or block or something. It's just impossible.
Yeah.
And people don't realize that.
No,
and
it's like
they want everything officiated.
Yeah, it's like the Bennett thing on Stolars last year. It's like in this frame his elbow's not there, in the next frame, and it just gets to a point, like you said, where you're trying to. It's nanoseconds.
Exactly. It's impossible.
Yeah.
And I just don't get it. But anyway, I'll let you finish.
All right, brother.
Pleasure.
I appreciate you.
Yep. Thank you, man.
We'll chat again soon. All right,
yes, for sure.
Bye. Bye. Okay. That was fun. We'll have to do that more often. So Bubba and Vasi, Mythical says, Eggplant got some good sports vitamins this year for Christmas. Expect a really good second half of the season. He's been playing well. I don't want to praise him too much because you guys know bad things happen. Bad things happen when I praise people. That's just the truth of it. David says, not sure most people realize how small the difference between winning and losing in the NHL really is. No one in the NHL sucks. In fact, they're all world class. That's why the playoffs are so great. Yeah. And David, I mean, I always go back to that Game 7 against the Oilers. I mean, I can watch those last 5 minutes over and over again. And I still am in amazement at how the puck just wouldn't go in for Edmonton. It just wouldn't go in. You know, I mean, there's a few spots there where you just are sure there's no way they didn't score, and it's that thin of a line between the Panthers being the team to blow a 3-0 lead in the Cup final versus a 2-peat and possible 3-peat, like you're saying. Craig says traffic cones have feelings. Oh, yeah, Tipsy. We looked toasting, and the fourth line said, "Hold our beers." That's exactly right. Yep. Hey, Mary, you're going to be there? Very cool. David, oh, so no, you're going to be at the Winter Classic. I see. MJ will be at the Winter Classic. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, did anybody else is going from the chat? Yeah. Let's see how I can. Maybe I'll try to. I mean, I won't be there, but maybe I can help you all get together, help organize something. So, if you're going to the Winter Classic, I'll start this with MJ, and I know Dana. If you guys are going to the Winter Classic, if you want to be part of like an email group with other people from the channel that are going, just email me at flyingfluffyhockey@gmail.com, and then I'll put an email group together so you guys can coordinate that way if you want. Craig says Ekblad sucks, so he'll get a Hattie tonight. I was thinking about that earlier today. I was like, man, I wonder if eventually, when, at some point, like after 20 years, they're going to let me around the players, right? So at some point, when I finally do get to meet Ekblad, I just wonder if he blocked me just to give me content and he actually likes me. Like I just wonder if he just was like, I'm going to block Jaws to give him content, to give him something to talk about all those years. I hope there's no overtime tonight. No, nice, clean, easy game. That's what I would like. That's what I would appreciate tonight. Okay, just checking to see if Kyle had let me know. Panthers 7, Tampa. Oh boy, I hope Bobrovsky doesn't give up 6 more. Minute ago, why did Eggplant block you? There's any number of reasons, but when it happened, the assumption is, and I'll make the story short. I used to say, hey, he needs to pay more attention. He needs to pay less attention to his hair and beard and get in the gym and get better. And I would say that every once in a while, just as, as a smart ass. And then there was an article that came out over the summer, this one off season. And he said that he had to stop hanging out with his friends so much and get back into training harder and get back in the gym. So I retweeted the article and I said, see, I told you he needed to get back into the gym, whatever I said. He even said it here himself, and he blocked me. He blocked me. JC says, I'm inclined to say keep it on IG so you can monetize it. What are we talking about, JC? Did I miss something? Oh, there's a pregame festival happening. Yeah, you don't want that, Merritt. That's for sure. JC, I'm not sure what you're meaning. Hey, Colby, how you doing, bud? Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on. You guys, yeah, it'd be cool if you guys met up, get a picture. I post it to the channel. That would be cool. Like I said, I'll be in Central Florida in February. Whether or not I'm going to be able to make it all the way down there, we'll see. Yeah, what's the score prediction today? Every time I think about a score prediction, I think of 5-4. 5-4 Panthers in triple overtime. Oh, it's not the playoffs. 5-4 Panthers. Yeah. Maybe it'll be something funky. Like we got an empty net to make it 5-3. And then after we get the empty net, Tampa gets one with like 8 seconds left to make the score look a little bit closer. Yeah, I like that. Hungry says, oh, by the way, Jaws, preliminary games in the Olympics mean group play game. So that means the game on the 14th counts. All right. Yeah, I got to look at that whole thing and figure out exactly what I'm going to do. So I'll have to talk to Kyle. Once Matthias leaves, so Matthias will be here until Tuesday. I'll talk with Kyle about it afterwards because I don't want Matthias overhearing that I might go to Florida until I know for sure, what the situation's going to be. So by the end of this week, I should have something sorted out. Panthers get a shorty. Panthers will get a shorty. David says, if the Bolts play their goons, it's a definite sign they know they can't beat us. Both teams rested, so let's go play hockey and see. Yeah, let's just play hockey. Like, I mean, it does make for good content if something happens and then the internet blows up. How's that petition doing, by the way? I gave that petition to Kyle so that he would have a little bit of something extra to talk about that other day because I kind of surprised him at the last minute. I woke him up and said I wasn't feeling up to doing the stream. So, oh, JC, okay. I was wondering what the hell happened. Huh. Oh, for the I see what you're saying. For the members. Yeah, I think Nick from Twisted Wrister does that. Okay, yeah, JC, I'll work on that. That makes sense. I'll work on that. Bucks thinks we get over 100 minutes tonight. Exactly, Mythical. I hope nobody gets hurt, right? What's Hagel? When is Hagel supposed to come back? I guess they were considering maybe playing him. I reached my that's not what I wanted to do. I guess they were considering playing him tonight, or maybe not. Yeah, it looks like they did, Dana. Well, I guess no McDonough, no Hagel. It's just wild that Cooper keeps doing that. But it is what it is. Just hopefully everything stays cool. I still didn't even see the last thing that we did to Hagel. I'm not saying we didn't do anything. It's getting a little bit ridiculous. It depends on what broadcast you're watching too, because we weren't watching the Panther broadcast and they were talking about how it was obnoxious what the Panthers were getting away with on the ice, but they didn't show us anything. It was a Jones hit, Bex. Okay. I mean, is it just me, or is it like, am I the only one who's like, all right, enough? Like, can we just play hockey? Mythical says the elbow was a little chippy from Jones. You saw the Tampa podcast. It was borderline. Like, am I the only one that's kind of like, all right, can we just stop? Like, and just play hockey? David. I mean, I get what he did to Barkov. I understand that, but it just kind of feels like if we keep flicking him in the ear, like eventually something's going to happen to one of our guys, right? Like eventually somebody's going to not be paying attention, and then where are we going to be? Hey, Dennis. Bucks thinks we're going to need the ambulance on standby today. Yeah, the rivalry is getting worse. Wait until like 5 years. Well, yeah, 5 years from now, if Tampa still has all of their players. Obviously, Tampa's going to get aged a little bit sooner before we are. So we'll see. I just want a nice, clean game. 5-3. No, 4-3. We get the empty net to make it 5-3, and then they get a late one with like 8 seconds left, and that's the 5-4. That way, Bubba's only responsible for 3 goals or 4. No, that would be 4. No, yeah, 4. Yeah. Talking Tampa, I've not listened to them. I've seen their stuff, but I haven't listened. Can't possibly listen to everything that's out there nowadays. Between the Panthers and the Lightning, there's just a lot of content out there, which is good. It's fine for me. Mythical says, "So we make a third period comeback tonight?" Oh, I don't. I want to run away with it. Like it was 5-1. 5-1, 4-1. What did I say? I don't know. Shutout incoming, Dennis. Well, we're going to need a good game for Bubba. I think we know that. You think they're going to have a score to settle today? Tampa wants payback. I mean, definitely, it's all possible. You know, don't want to see nobody get hurt. That's my biggest concern. I remember we were at that game. Kyle and I were at the game last year where Cooch went after Chucky's knee. I don't know if you guys remember that. Milligal says, "Okay, we just saved a comeback strategy against the Canes." Yeah, we need a nice, easy game for Kyle. He's going to be exhausted after 2 days at his mother's. We need a nice, easy one for him. I'll make sure he calls a good game tonight. The fantasy football is over, right? Well, he lost, poor kid. Beck says, "I still don't see any word on Tkachuk practicing." That's what I'm starting to think. A Winter Classic turn might not be a thing. It kind of, I mean, today was just a morning skate. I don't know when they would practice either, though, because we're off on Sunday, but then Monday and Tuesday. JC says, "After watching your video on the cap and trade rumors, I went to the PS5 into franchise mode, and it's confirmed. Even with Nosek out indefinitely, we would still need to either sit Erod or Samo." Yeah, there's no way around it if Barkov comes back. Yeah, I ran all the math. Doesn't matter what you do. It is what it is. Dana says, "Yeah, there's no way he's coming back for the Winter Classic," which could be good news in the sense that if they're not going to push it, then you know what I mean? No need to push it. Mythical says, "It's good we're on a hot streak, so Chucky might not feel like he has to come back early." Right. David, well, no, what it is, sitting Samaskevich is actually, you can play Boquist, but you can't, if Barkov's back, you can't play Rodriguez just because you sit Samoskevich. We're over the cap. There's no way around it. So we can play Boquist if Barkov's in, if you want to take Samoskevich off the ice. But you can't play Rodriguez no matter what we do. No matter how we arrange the defense or anybody else. Kazuma says, what I find funny about hockey is they go out to kill each other and then shake each other's hands game after game, kind of like kills the intensity. Oh, boxers will shake though sometimes, right? Yeah, Bucks. The refs better call a good game tonight or it could get chippy. Then it says, I've never been a fan of the Boquist signing. Can we swap Erod's salary with him? Unfortunately, no. But it could work out, you know. Mythical says, would I trust or want Sam on the playoffs, considering he was out last year and we won the cup? I love the kid, but he's not finishing his chances to bury the puck. I mean, he's really playing well in terms of assists. You know what I mean? There's one thing about Samoskevich that I'll say. We don't know how he's being coached. And what I mean by that is somebody brought up a comment about how, well, they want him to stop losing the puck when he gets into the zone. And I don't disagree with that. But I do wonder if Samoskevich is being told, hey, look, try to make a play. Don't worry about it if you turn it over. We're trying to generate some extra chances. Or if they're telling him, you got to stop turning the puck over and learn when it's time to dump it in. That would be my biggest question, is we don't know how he's being coached. You see what I'm saying? We don't know if Maurice has told him, try it. Go ahead, try it. You know what I mean? Versus being safe. And that may change come playoff time too. That would be the only that would be my biggest question I would have in terms of Samoskevich is, what is Maurice telling him to do? JC says the only way to get by is ask Petrie to sit fake an injury when Kulikov comes back. No, it doesn't. I did all that math, JC. It's not enough. It's not enough. In fact, I think I have that here. If you take out Samoskevich and Kulikov and add Rodriguez and Balinskis, you're still over the cap by $300,000. You can take Nosek out and put Boquist in, and then you're under the cap. But even with a there's even if you took Kulikov out of the picture and had two of the minimum wage defensemen in, it still doesn't give you enough cap to play Rodriguez. It's such a shame the way it is. David says, I know you hate Erod, Josh, but in my opinion, he's maybe the fifth most important guy. Oh, no doubt. No doubt. No doubt, David. I mean, I don't know if you watched the video I put out yesterday or not, but no, I'm on board with keeping everybody at this point. Someone says, Josh, if you had to get one of these, if I had to get rid of one of these two, who would you pick, Chucky or Barkov? I'm keeping Barkov. Yeah, I love exactly what Mythical says. I love Chucky, but I'm keeping Barkov. Yeah. Yeah, to me, I mean, if you had to, I don't, whatever imaginary circumstances would it be? Dave says, Sasha, Superman, Chucky, Wolverine, both irreplaceable. Pretty much, yeah. If Stamkos came to the Panthers, would I wear his jersey? No. All right, everybody, I'm going to roll. Kids are going to be here soon. I got to get a little bit of food for myself before they do. Thank you all for hanging out with me. The members stream, the members pregame will start at 6:15, and then the game starts at 7. You guys know the deal. Now tomorrow, since the Dolphins play at 1, and the members stream for the football channel will start at 12:15. Tomorrow's Panthers morning stream will start at 11. So we'll do that. So we'll still be here tomorrow morning, but it'll be 11, not noon. So, all right, everybody. Appreciate y'all, and I'll see you all again in about 5 hours.